Hey Geminis, welcome to my channel and to your August love reading. We are going to take a look at where things are at with the person that you're interested in, what the issue is that's going on, and what you can do about it. Alright guys, I'm so happy to be in Leo season. How about you guys? I know that the Cancer season was really rough on you guys. You and about three other Zodiacs just had a really intense message delivered to you guys, okay, in a pretty intense way. So I feel like Leo season is going to be a lot easier for my Geminis, okay guys? If you are new to my channel, welcome and thank you for joining me. If you like how I do things, hit that subscribe button. And if you would like to get an answer to a question for free in exchange for your subscription, let me know. Also, comment giveaway down below, and I will get you set up into my, or get you added to my giveaway list, okay? And that's at the end of the month. And if you're returning, you guys are awesome. I'm so happy to be here with you. I didn't think I was going to see you guys again. I didn't know. My channel got taken and it got hijacked for a couple of weeks. It was the craziest July ever. So I'm so happy that I didn't lose you forever. I'm so glad to be here with you guys. That was really wild. I mean, crazy. It was crazy. But with all of that going on, a couple things. One, some weird stuff with my community thing. It's working, but it's working funny. So if you guys want updates or you want any access to my daily or weekly specials, check me out on Instagram, okay? It's earthlyenergies1111. And all of my comments are gone. So if you were if you were waiting on a free reading from like back in the day, I had 100 left. Message me, email me something, let me know that you're one of them, because I can't see anything anymore, and I'm really bummed about that. So if you're one of them, let me know, and I'll get you taken care of, alright? I appreciate all your loyalty and dedication. You guys are awesome. A special shout out to my buddy Crafty Tarot, who is like my personal, mental assistance, which I really appreciate and help. I appreciate and I love you guys so much for all of your support. There were several of you guys who went out and reported the channel and just really defended me, and I love you so much for that. Thank you guys. Alright, this is a general reading, so take what fits guys, leave the rest, okay? This is based on attitudes, behaviors, thoughts, all that kind of stuff of you and the person, the people you're dealing with as of today, okay? If you guys need rebalancing, because I know it's been kind of wild, I have some chakra rebalancing crystal products, and there's a whole line of them, so if you're interested, check it out. Get yourself back in balance, okay? I also have some specials going on. If you guys are making a big decision or you want to know specifics about you, book a private reading and let's see what's going on. Alright guys. And then next week I will have your money and career, your health, overall relationships with your family, and kind of in general messages that the universe wants you to know. Alright guys, there's also an extended, so if you want to take a look at that, the link is below, and we will go over timelines, messages from them, further actions to take, all that kind of jazz. Okay guys, let's get into your reading here. I appreciate your patience. Alright, let me get into my questions and make sure I'm concentrating here. Hang on guys. Okay. Nice, Gemini. I really like this. Alright. Okay. The overall energy of the person that you are interested in or dealing with is pretty, actually, is good. It's in a positive position here, okay? Whether you're seeing it or not, it's going in the right direction. They might be feeling, this could be several indications, but as far as in regards to you, they're feeling a sense of success, a feeling of positivity, of optimism, like seeing kind of a light at the end of the tunnel here. And you, Gemini, are feeling quite empowered by everything that's been going on. I feel like between the validations and the healing and the letting go and all of this stuff, you were able to find yourself in an entirely new personal power. And that alone was kind of, not, I want to say it was worth what you just went through, but it was a nice, reward for having to deal with all that. And then we've got forgiveness. So you really tapped into that whole message. That was the point of that Cancer energy, was to go within and really find the root of the problems in your life, or the root of the desires in your life. Your worth, what you were willing and tolerating, was that okay? Did the universe agree with you with what you were accepting and tolerating, okay? And you've really got a better sense of where you are at with all of that, how you feel, where you're going. August is much better. So, the root of the problem, as of right now, what's the situation, okay? Actually, I don't see that there is a huge situation, other than everyone's feeling pretty confident right now. Hopefully you're using the energy wisely, but overall, the issue is, it could be that somebody is feeling a little bit too into themselves. But Gemini, right now, more than anything, I feel like you're very confident with where you've come from, and the solidity you have emotionally, financially, within the home, your structure, your routines. You're feeling great. I feel like you also have some options around you, Gemini, okay? You've got some options. People are noticing you. Your light is kind of shining brighter than it was last month, and you just have a new sense of, I feel great. I also get the feeling like you're in a position where, you know what, you're either in it or I'm out of it. And so this is a confidence that you really needed to be able to kind of push things in the right direction. Okay, we've got other halves that are, where roles are reversing a bit, and we've got some things kind of coming into perspective that perhaps in the past just was kind of at a shut-off point. It's possible you didn't hear actually a word about it, and I see that turning around and flip-flopping, because we had an ending, or what seemed to be an ending, but it was actually something that wasn't ready to come back around just yet. So where this issue is, or situation is now, we've got the Six of Pentacles, basically feeling like you're getting back something that you've lost, okay? And that's in a sense of several different things. This could be a payoff with regards to just your own recognition for yourself, as well as feeling like you are filling up a piece of something inside of you that makes you feel like you, whole again, okay? Whether that's going out and being with people or friends, or dating, or seeing things from a very clear perspective about what you feel truly about what happened. If someone just did you dirty and you've been kind of beating around the bush about it, you're no longer doing that. You're seeing it very clearly, and you're able to communicate this clearly, like not coming from a place of anger or animosity, but coming from a place of wanting to find closure, or at least wanting to have a practical push forward. Okay, so in the past, we have had a sense of commitment, or at least a desire to do so. I feel like it was very traditional in the sense of right, wrong, and I want it, it's got to be this way, or seeing things like when something would happen, as opposed to taking a step back and looking at it from a bigger perspective, or a bigger meaning as to why. It was almost like, well, that's not supposed to happen, that's bullshit, and I'm out. Right now, you're not really looking at it that way anymore. You're looking at this from a perspective of, how do I want to look at this in my future? Is this something that's really bringing me to a new beginning, or is this a change that's transitioning me out of something that I was fearing, that's been in a stagnation, and there's just been this change that you've seen, felt, whatever it is, and weren't really sure what this change was. And it's not just you. I mean, it's been everybody. Everybody's had a struggle with with grabbing onto the truth of these situations, and then moving forward. But I see you're taking a different approach to this now. Okay, what you once may have been very, this is how I feel about the situation. This is how it has to move forward to work with me. Now you're still confident like that, but I feel like more than wanting to express your anger, you're really wanting to know their truth. And the only way to do that is to kind of back up a little bit and allow yourself to find a more intuitive way. With the idea of having a higher satisfaction for yourself. That's how you've approached your last few steps. Not for the other person and what they care or what they want to hear, or what not sugarcoating so that they don't get their feelings hurt. This was like, nah, I need to express myself. I need to let them know how I feel about this. I need to let them know I'm good with or without you, but I really want to go for this. You're going to have to come up and let me know what the hell, and communicate here a little bit. Empower me, okay? I need to be able to forgive you for certain things in order to move forward here. The advice from Spirit is definitely to be very upfront, honest, and expressive when it comes to what you will tolerate and what you will not tolerate. This is honesty. It's taking your experience to a whole new level, and boy, are they seeing it, okay? But it's not angry necessarily, like it may have been even last month. It's almost a knowing. It's more of a confusion, because at this point, the only thing that's really left is sometimes you're still getting this kind of little whimsical feeling of, man, what does that mean, right? And you're still trying to kind of put a little bit more of meaning to that. Otherwise, this is working wonders for the rest of you who are coming into communication with your person, who are even been in waiting for this person. Things are going very well in a sense of how you're portraying yourself to the universe, okay? You're very confident. If anything, you're just, one day, I can see where there's a couple days, where you're just like, what? Why is that person in my mind today? Like, it's been going back and forth, but now it's going like days where you're like, okay, I'm good. I understand. I have a level of understanding about this person and this relationship. This level of understanding is allowing me to keep pushing forward in a positive direction. But every so often, you're getting these little intuitive feelings about maybe, it's kind of like, what? And it's your person that's sitting here going teeter-totter on what they want to do. Do I want it? Do I not want it? Do I want it? Do I not want it? Past energy, future energy. They're getting through this change, this fear-based change, okay? Unfortunately, it's a little bit more rough for the other side than it is for you, but hey, last month you kind of did, you went through the motions. I already know it. And you're still coming out of that, okay? All right, so let's see here. We've got the Four of Wands as far as where this situation is headed, okay? So, either way, no matter which direction this is going, there is structure, there are healthy boundaries being established, and that's honestly part of what was missing this whole time, was having those healthy boundaries. Knowing how to have a constructive passion towards each other, and knowing how to make that work, right? But it's headed towards taking all those passions and all that fun and all that excitement and putting it into a place where it can thrive. It can become something productive and beautiful, whether it's with the person you've been waiting for or whether it's someone completely new. Boundaries, foundation, structure, a harmony, a peace in a sense with regard to stability, because you've been just kind of in this, I don't know where things are going. For a lot of you, I feel like this is you developing your stability, and as soon as you're like, I'm actually really good. I'm actually really good on my own. I'm doing great. I feel great. Some days are harder than others, but overall I'm feeling great. That's you, Gemini. You're feeling great. And then here comes this person, right? Here comes this person. Here comes this, look at this. They've got you on like some strings, like a puppet string. They're just, that's how you feel when they come around. Like, how do you do this to me? Why are you controlling my emotions? Like, who are you? How are you able to be my puppet master like that, right? No matter what is happening, it's almost like you'll listen. And when this person comes around, or like there's this piece of you that's all, it's just kind of driving you crazy. Like, why is it so intense? Why is it something that's just different? Okay, it's still got that different thing going on here. But you're not seeing it in a toxic type of a way. But that's the thing. It's seeing it for what it is. That's the difference here. Yes, you might still be that romantic person that wants to have peace and stability in marriage and a happy home and a solid foundation, but you're also looking at things in a very clear perspective. Like, you're not going to be my, not going to play God with me, basically, okay, and control my every move. That ain't happening. So if you want this to happen, the healthy boundary, then an establishment of what you're going to take and what you're not going to take, Gemini, is going to be a key aspect here. Whether it's communicating that to them, having that in that first conversation, writing them a letter, letting them know. But I feel like this is something coming around where they're like, hey, actually I am interested, because you're feeling great, right? Your energy's exuding with confidence. So they like picked up on it. They're seeing it, hearing it, feeling it, whatever. And if you are in that position where you're like, this is what I was waiting for, but I can't have a repeat of the past, then you need to make sure you're very clear with your person about, I'm only going to tolerate so much of certain things, right? And if I am tolerating it, it can't be this, and that. I can never go back to that, or I will never accept this type of a behavior, okay? You have worked very hard to get where you are. And if somebody is not respecting what you're wishing and asking for with regard to your own psyche and well-being, then that kind of is your answer right there. If they go back into that that's just that old kind of addictive pattern. And obviously that they didn't free themselves from anything or release much. So that's a huge indication for you. Just use that. If you want to change, excuse me, take into consideration which direction moving forward would go. Would it help you? Would it build you? Would it make you stronger? Or would it actually jeopardize things? Okay, be very clear with that. Seven of Wands, if there's anything that they can do to change the outcome here, which is still dependent on what they are choosing. But if they don't get the right response that they want from you, the best thing that they can do at this point is to reflect on why. Why? Maybe they haven't done enough inner work in themselves, and they need to actually come forward with some conviction, right? Honesty, truth, action, sincerity, but wanting victory, expressing and validating completion and changes within themselves, old patterns that they recognize, ways that they want to do things different in the future. All of that stuff needs to be discussed. All of those passions have been affected by their behaviors. All right, I'm going to get the Magician for what to accept about this situation, okay? The Magician. You're all in control of your own free will. Everybody in this boat has their own requirement for clear consciousness, for making their decisions based on the right reasons. If this environment with this person is not going to provide you safety, security, structure, foundation, love, reciprocity, validation, the universe is not going to want to give it to you. Now, if you force control, which you can do sometimes, if you force control, you're not going to get what you want. But that doesn't mean that communicating clearly, that's not forcing control. That's providing a foundation. That's providing a structure to build on. Okay? But don't force control. Allow this tower moment to happen. This is advice from Spirit. Allow this tower moment to happen so that union can come around naturally. You're going to get your answer. You're going to get out of this stuck situation, this stagnancy with balance. Where is this going? This confusion, this blocked energy. Every once in a while it feels better, and then it's blocked again, right? Back and forth, that teeter-totter thing. A feeling of just loneliness and being confused about all of this. The advice is, let the tower moment happen. Let the Spirit guide you, okay? Let the universe take control. And don't create a hesitation or further confusion for yourself by controlling it, okay? This came in the reverse. And this is, like I said, this is holding on. This is stagnation. This is not knowing and wanting to constantly control where you're going with things. I respect the hell out of that. But with this particular situation and with divinely timed things, we have to allow them to take place, okay? What you want lies in the tower. It lies in the tower. If you fear the tower, you avoid the tower, you fight the green with the tower, okay? Then you're not necessarily going to get what you want. Feel through this and let this change take place, okay? Even if it's just speaking your piece and then backing up, which can be very difficult and all by itself. That can be a tower moment for some of us because it's change. Waiting for something patiently that we really, really want is not easy for a lot of us, okay? Okay, so I want to pull a card for each zodiac here and see kind of where things are at. We've got Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, come back, Scorpio, Sag, go away, little bug, Cap, Aquarius, and Pisces. Alright. Cap, Aquarius, Pisces. Alright. I apologize. I'm getting over allergies. It's crazy. And the bugs. 2 weeks left. 2 weeks left of bugs. I'm so happy. Okay. I don't care though. Somebody complained about it. Whatever, guys. That is the reason why I have you out here. Release your negativity. Absorb positivity. I'm willing to sacrifice the bugs, okay? If you don't like them, look at that or close your eyes and listen, okay? Because I love being outside. This is what I do. If I'm going to have a job, I'd rather be outside. I mean, my Capricornness can't help it, okay? All right. Hangman in reverse if you're dealing with an Aries, okay? They're coming out of a confusion as well. People are kind of seeing things, feeling things. You could also be feeling a little bit more pull from this Aries too, just because they're also feeling through some of their uncertainties, okay? And that can have a sense of bleed over as far as the energy goes. You can kind of feel some of that mirroring energy sometimes, okay? But I feel like they're coming out of any kind of fog that they've been in and might be kind of in a better position to stand tall and have this conversation if you're ready to have that. The Hierophant in the reverse or Faith in reverse. So if you've got a Taurus that you're dealing with, okay, they could still be a little bit on the lower end of the teeter-totter here, trying to get through this realization, in a sense. And maybe it's very tough for them because they're very traditional people. They like to do things in a structured way, and it could be that they're having a hard time with seeing things from a bit of a more conventional way. Okay, so easy goes when it comes to the Taurus and the conversation, compassionate, positive, calm, okay? Tree of Life with another Gemini. Yeah, I feel like you're probably, if you're dealing with another Gemini, both of you are coming into this realization kind of state and wanting positivity, wanting the best case scenario. So I could see a good conversation happening here if you have a Taurus in mind. A Gemini in mind. Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles, same kind of thing goes. Very clear conversation about foundation and boundaries and the resources that you have, material, the body, everything that needs to be in a good place to move forward. I see a good conversation here happening with a Cancer, okay? And I could see that because they just came out of their energy, of their season, and feeling pretty confident about finally where they're at with things. So it could be a very good time to have that conversation with the Cancer. We've got Leo. Leo, things are cranking for Leo. So, this could be a good time to sit down and plan things with them. It also could be a little bit intense just because the cycle of change is in motion, and sometimes that can be hard for some people. So keep that in mind when you want to talk with a Leo. All right, with a Virgo, Queen of Cups in the reverse. So careful when it comes to the Virgos, okay? You don't want to get into too many, emotional negativity here, okay? We want to keep things positive, basically. Keep things positive. And mature, respectful. That's how we want to keep it, because I feel like they might have some trouble with that. They might have some things going on this month that might have them feeling a little bit upside down. So if you see things coming off and a little bit funny, it could be something going on in their own world, okay? The Five of Pentacles in the reverse. This is for Scorpio. No, I'm sorry, Libra. Libra. So that's interesting because Libras are feeling pretty good about things. So I can see where they might actually be in a good place to balance things out. Because this month they're really about not really wanting to deal with the drama and the stress, but finally find resolve. And so this is an indication they're ready to move on and make amends. So it could be a good time for conversation with a Libra. Scorpio. So with the Scorpio, they're feeling really good as well. You might actually have a very positive, if you're dealing with a Scorpio, result here in this conversation. You're both kind of in this confident energy, and with that you're able to make some plans and complement each other in that area, and really express to one another how I don't know, I guess more express to each other all of the positivity, the qualities that you're seeing, that you're noticing, that are really attractive and that are very positive and are just the things that you really wanted to see. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, this is a perfect time to reciprocate that and to communicate that. Scorpios love that anyway. So it's a good time to really highlight and complement each other, basically. Eight of Wands. So if we've got a Sag here, we've got an Eight of Wands. Things are moving pretty quickly with the Sages. It's possible that things are going in the right direction as far as their life. Things have been if things have been stuck or are moving very slowly with the Sag, as far as answers or where you're going with things, how they feel about things, I feel like you're getting some movement this month pretty quickly here. They could either be reaching out to you, letting you know, hey, I want to go for this, or I think you're awesome, or some type of an expression is going to come around. I feel like kind of in a surprise, whereas it might have been just kind of nothing for a while. I feel like you're going to be getting something, and kind of out of nowhere, quite quickly. Okay. For Capricorns, Ace of Pentacles. So Capricorns are finally getting into their element. July was rough for Capricorns, a lot of them anyway. And their whole kind of structure was in an upheaval, right? Restructuring a lot of things in their life that needed to be prioritized. So this month is a better month for Capricorns. Much better month to establish some things, to start some new beginnings, talk about potentials. Now's the time to do it because things are going positively for them and they are in kind of planning mode. So now's a good time with the Cap. Aquarius, we've got the Death card. So there is some change happening with an Aquarius. If you are feeling like they're a little bit off or reserved. They could be going through some of their own situations. I haven't done aquas yet, so I'm not sure what's going on with them just yet. But I do feel like if you wanted an ending to an old cycle and you wanted to start a new beginning, this month is a good month to do that. If you want an ending completely with this person and you want a positive kind of shut off, this month's the way to do that, or is the time to do that. I also get the feeling like for some of you, if you're dealing with an aqua, someone's getting that realization that they don't want something to end. Lots of different options with that one. Interesting. And if we've got a Pisces, Page of Pentacles. So positivity, being very creative, being very kind of romantic and idealistic when it comes to going forward. Dreamy, right? Thinking of the possibilities, using intuition, in that really honeymoon kind of phase when it comes to planning and not, it's just coming from a place of emotion and fun and excitement. So a nice energy with a Pisces. If you were wanting to know kind of where they're at with their headspace, they are in a good place right now, okay? Feeling very positive and optimistic. So lovely. Let's get a message card for you here, and we will get on to the extended. Be willing to express love. Express love to receive love. Yep. And express it in a loving way, okay, guys? If you need to express it in a letter or a message or whatever way you're expressing yourself, do it from a place of love, okay? And you will be amazed at how the response will come back to you. Coming at this like you're a piece of shit and I hate you and you can just kiss my ass, well, I mean, it'll get the point across. But I don't think you're going to get what you really want out of it. I think what you want is for that person to feel comfortable enough to just be honest with you. But you have to deliver a setting that creates that. And for yourself, because you don't want to come out of this with regret or feeling like, man, I should have done that differently. Or, you know, having this, like, reserve plan regardless of their action. Like, you can't do that. You have to have your response based on that particular situation. You can't already have it planned, like, when they message, I'm just going to say, F off. Or if they call me and try to say that they want to see me, I'm going to pretend like I got things going on. Be cautious with that, okay? If they want to express themselves, express with them and receive that very lovingly. Doesn't mean you've got to they take one over on you or they take advantage of you in any way. But listen and respectfully respond what your requirements are for this relationship. And then ask what theirs would be. You know, have that conversation in a much more responsible, mature way, okay? That's the name of this game, because there's a lot of fun. There's a lot of creativity and passion and intuition and nurturing that can happen here, but we've got to get out of that animosity and out of that ego space and way deeper into that heart space, okay? Not you. I think you guys are gotten there quite a bit, but your other person needs to see that from you, okay? They can't see it if you're not expressing it. All right, I love you guys. I think that we're going to leave it at that. I'm going to get into your extended and have a beautiful August with your love situation. I will probably do an update, but I want to get into some other areas of your life this month too, and I'm also doing 6-month readings, I guess 5 months to the end of the year. All right, guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.